All right, if we get a negative relationship, it will have been a 5%.
Tried and tested.
All right, and it looks like we dodged the bullets, so that's something. Yes, I believe. Oh yeah, so Oblivion's Ingress. Yes, the cultist fights. So wait, Oblivion's Ingress is the final fight, right? We'll check this in a second here. But there's cultist fights that are higher chance of mastery than road battles. And then there is the final fight of the region, which I think is a guaranteed mastery. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, so these. Oh no, so these are Oblivion's Ingress. I do not think Oblivion's Ingress are guaranteed mastery. I think there is a chance for not, but maybe it is 100%. And then I thought we were going to be able to do Creature Den into Lair, but we cannot, which is a stinky situation. So I'm going to go left here, and then we'll go up. I will do the Watchtower. How much is the Watchtower revealing? 1, 2, 3. Our path, if we do the Lair, is quite locked in. Right? We miss out on these two nodes, but we wouldn't be able to pivot to them after the Watchtower. So what are our choices after the Watchtower? We can choose between this question mark and this, and then if we go this way. So the Watchtower reveals one node to us, but we also know that we have a barricade here that's advantageous. Let's go this way. We also get the speed off of the Watchtower, which isn't the worst thing in the world. No, road battles can also give mastery low. Road battles and resistance encounters both have the capacity to give. Have the capacity to give mastery. There's no guarantees, obviously, but any combat can result in. Whoa, double blind. Ideally, I would like for our Plague Doctor to always go after our Plague Doctor to always go after our Vestal. That would be the optimal turn order, but it's a lower percentage, right? I think a lot of these things exist on a percentage scale. Okay, we're doing better now. Things have improved. And we have lots of taunt. Let's try and clear up the last of this stress. There we go. The crit tokens are popping right now. Indeed, Caroluna. Indeed. That is the truth. Ooh, I don't mind that. Also, hello and welcome to you as well. Hope you're having a nice day. Clearly you are familiar with the lore of Darkest Dungeon, and by lore I mean they're very special and not at all unfair RNG system. But yeah, they don't list rewards for these on the tooltip, but I'm like 99% sure I have. Can I get a combat that doesn't result in all of my relationships being obliterated? Calculations, you say? I am bad at math. Oh, this is a gross start. Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time with 3 to 5 plus 4. We'd have to crit this, which is a 10%. That seems pretty unlikely, so I'm gonna go for the longer term play here.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Don't like that we're gonna take a piercing bolt from this guy.
This is
For that reason. That's the reason I don't like taking a piercing bolt. As a side note, in case that was unclear, it's the 25 crits that come out of left field that are my least favorite. Start working on this guy. He's going to be a bit of a pain. I wish we had a better way to handle the riposts. No, it really isn't rusty, unfortunately.
A little help impeccably timed.
Try and keep people healthy and happy here. Vestals do be hitting pretty hard when they're fully judgmented up. You know, every hit that the enemy does doesn't have to be a crit. I know this is like a common misconception, but
Excellent work.
it is possible for... This guy's at 75%. I think we gotta keep that rolling a little bit. I am gonna use my crit token here to try and get Rusty a little bit of health back. Because this guy just does nasty things when he's on death's door. Huge dodge there. Which might even mean... No, sadly it does not. I was going to say it might mean that we could get a heal off with our Plague Doctor, but that is not happening. I will fish for some crits just for some potential stress healing.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
What is your 35? All right, I'm gonna greed it. What can I say? I'm a greedy boy. All right. It's the knights, really. The knights have really started to amp up. Wow, a random stone mount? That is bonkers. Stone mount is like one of those S tier trinkets. Yeah, the knights also do like 50% more damage on Death's Door, Rusty. So the combination makes them pretty formidable. We also have no stagecoach equipment. Like, don't you just get a stagecoach equipment at the beginning for free? Am I misremembering that? Like, I feel like I'm losing my mind here. We had the offer of a trinket organizer that we obviously didn't take because we couldn't get it and Snappy Swig. Oh, it was the only choice that we had was cultist or cultist. What an absolutely delightful reality. I guess we have cultist with badness or cultist with less badness. So we're going to lose a wheel here. We will gain 1 loathing there. Then we get a quirk, and then I think we're coming over this way. Yeah, we do need to kill... We need to kill the general. We can't go into the next region without our trophy. I think that would be a foolish move. This one's going better, but I'm not seeing a lot of yellow popping up down here telling me that my relationships are building, which is problematic since I think we netted negative on the whiskey barrels. Like, I think the whiskey barrels actually did more harm than good to our overall setup. So let's see. We can get a trinket, which is going to be like obsidian drone pipe or the other one, or we can get ourselves a positive quirk. We already have you locked. Bon Vidant is pretty good. I'd rather not overwrite that. So we'll do this one. Ooh, Dancer's
The
Balance.
spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power.
I will roll the dice on... We have some Smelling Salt here. So assuming Obsidian Drone Pipe doesn't proc on T-Hunter, we'll be able to remove it, probably. Which isn't all bad.
The avatars of oblivion.
Our bankroll is awful, as a side note. The lair will help out with that. I'm a little sad that we didn't get the creature den. Oh my gosh, everyone agrees? I guess any of these are pretty good. Let's take a look, though. So, you and Epotamus definitely need some improvements. Looks like Epotamus is struggling across the board, so we'll go with this one. Kara, that was an excellent suggestion. I'm sorry it took me a moment to see that and realize the incredible wisdom of your recommendation. Dear Snappy Swig, you are allowed to proc. I know it may not feel that way sometimes. Bleed resists. One thing I've been wondering is I feel like I get way more resists on my Plague Doctor than like any of my other dot-based classes. That's probably hallucination, but also, can I not move anyone ever here? What's going on here? Like, this is really like freaking me out. I feel like I've been having like 100% move resist. It's not going to be enough because of the regen, but yeah, Pocket Watch you really need some stun to go along, or some stun resist to go along with it for sure.
Bafflement and vexation.
I'm gonna try and just remove one of these two. I think that's my best outcome here. Mitigates that resistance that was gonna be really annoying. Yeah, resisting the taunts is big money. So this is why I said that the drone pipe wasn't the end of the world. Because we have that on offer. Got them smelling salts. I was really hoping for anything but Nocturnal Commune there, but I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. So far, Obsidian Drone Pipe is only doing work on us. It has yet to proc on the enemy. Hashtag not bitter. Yeah, the Altar of Obsession is up there. Altar of, the final altar is also kind of annoying. The one that basically, like, causes everybody to move back 3 on procs is not the most fun. That was a hit. Do I want to kill the cherub? No, I don't. It can't do much to us right now, so a momentary respite is probably worth it. The pipe is an RNG fest in the worst possible way. I mean, oh, and now we have the crit. Amazing. I will We did get an obsidian drone pipe proc. But with this setup, we'll get 2 crits, because we should get a crit right off the beginning as well. Unless the baby goes before... No, we have a speed token, so we will always go first. Okay.
A righteous action. We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see.
A little bleed resist and the storage room key. I'm always curious about the storage room key. Battlefield medicine just seems so good. Like, we've gotten that, like, every run of this. And I'm just not entirely convinced. We need to make sure we're hitting all this road debris. That's the other thing. Because we have mucilaginous slime, we're getting more combat items and more road items. So we need to make sure we're not missing any, which is its own special kind of pain. Plus or minus stress. I think we go this way because we don't have anything locked in here. We like Dancer's Balance. We don't like Dancer's Balance because if we're getting moved, we're probably in a bad way. So, Cosmic Slayer, though. I mean, Bad Digestion is annoying, but Cosmic Slayer is nice. Wish I could go to the Creature Den, but it's gotta be Lair. We gotta get a trophy. Yeah, the current state of Darkest Dungeon is very mastery starved. Combo on the enemy, or that's interesting. Oh, that's from Tangle Tactician. Okay, well that's cool. That means we can get a stun on an enemy right off the cuff, which is a neat. A neat thing. Oh, it's only a combo on one. How fantastic. All right, well, it gets stunned potentially. All right. Would have liked to have been able to play grenade there, because I think... Wow, Deer Obsidian Drone Pipe. We just got to get rid of them. That's non-negotiable. We unfortunately got the cannot gain block debuff. So we're going to be taking a lot more heat on Rusty than I normally would like to. So much for smelling salts. Kara, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Welcome to the Potamus people. I mean, what's the plan here? I guess we do that. Yeah, still can't gain block, so it's like... I think I just continue to have sufficient taunt coverage. I'll probably move my Highwayman forward. So I have a bit more healing to do here. Alright, we have moved beyond the realm of not having that. So look at those freaking tokens. Rusty goes from being weak to being nigh invulnerable. Love to see it. It's just over. I was like, we could try and nurse it for like a regen proc, but we'd probably end up taking a hit for more than 2 anyways. So there you go. That was... I believe that was a road battle. Ooh, Gnarly Knuckles is a nice pickup. That wasn't a resistance encounter. We can check once we get out. I think that was a road battle that had a mastery in it. Let's check. Nope, that was a resistance encounter. Okay. I tried. I don't know that we need this at the moment. Random ally on turn start that. Gain on miss if first in turn order. We're not first in turn order ever on you. Well, you're getting a little faster now. We could do that and that though. We're holding off on a... We're holding off on a hospital. Like, we're gonna... Next region, we are absolutely gonna need a hospital, and we're gonna need a decent bankroll to go with it. All right. Degaunting. I mean, we're not going to get much out of the rest of this anyways. Maybe Snappy Switch. I mean, we're not even going to get much. I'll still do it because the crit could cause a stress heal back here, but it's very unlikely. You have to be kidding me. The Obsidian Drone Pipe is like, I heard it's the end of your round. How would you like, now that the fight is basically over, how would you like to get some goodness? We are a little bit in danger torch-wise also. I guess I should be mindful of that. We shouldn't delay these fights too much since we're relatively healthy. Whatever. We're out.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all
Ooh.
the world to see.
I don't think we care about increasing anybody's healing, so I think the Protectorate is a dead draw for us. But like Skullcap, Spiked Skullcap, I think there's something to be said for putting it here. Sure. We'll do that. We are going to be on 0 wheels coming out of this region. We're pretty in-item deprived as well. Game. This is getting ridiculous. We've just been non-stop getting 2 people disagree if we want to fight. It's really frustrating. Oh, good. This is going to be a pain in the butt to... Wow. All right. Nicely done. Okay, if I can get rid of the resurrecting guy, everything else gets a lot easier. So, I think that's step 1. We have plenty of taunt right now. So I think we just whack that guy. Guess there was an argument to be made to stack up some more block tokens before the debuff landed. Snappy Swig, never heard of it.
trembling and stupefied.
Okay, drone pipe. I'm done. I think I'm done with drone pipe. Yep. It's insanely expensive low. And I think we've had 4 of them so far this time, which is just like something special. That's for sure. Okay, so we're going to need to do some healing here.
A calculated
Oh, I thought I saw a crit token there. Whoops.
But a welcome one nonetheless.
We resisted the taunt that we wanted. Drone pipe goes again. As a reminder, 10% chance.
A simple
We're gonna have a hard time killing the.
easily resolved.
We're gonna have a hard time killing the drummer. We may not be able to cinch it. The drone pipe is 10% chance to stun an ally, 33% chance to stun an enemy. And at the moment, I would say that it is working about as well as one could expect. Oh, I didn't know guard could stack multiples. That's interesting. I think those numbers might be reversed too, Rusty. That's certainly the way it's feeling. Alright, 2 guards here is going to be frustrating, but at least we can get some damage in that way. That doesn't remove a guard, game? What the heck? That's actually super weird. The amount of stress that they have stacked up on my man-at-arms is off the charts. With focused fire, this is getting ridiculous. Oh, no crit here stinks. So Mag Rain is probably the safest way to guarantee that we don't get cowardly runaway shenanigans. Did we just use... I feel like we just used Divine Grace, and it's a cooldown of 2. So I think we have to wait for next time to be safe. Yeah. Yep, we wouldn't have had it. That would have stunk. This guy is relentless. I want to say that for the record.
Sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
I want to get one more stress heal because reasons. Please light this guy on fire. Thank you. All right. Good deal. Torch is looking really perfect at the moment. Oh, did I have bolster up and I didn't use it there? Probably. All right. Well, we got to finish now. Well, this guy dies at the end of the turn, so...
Cooperation is the key.
All right, watch us miss the 5% here. I'm very nervous about our torch at the moment. If we can make it into the lair, maybe we're okay.
The loathing abates.
I think we do make it into the lair. So that will give us a bit of torch back. We don't have any glimmers, right? No, but we are going to need to figure out what are we going to take into the general fight. Probably this. Oh yeah, I forget drone pipe. Drone pipe's on my naughty list. Yeah, thank you, Rusty. I had just forgotten, or I just remembered, one of the two. I had just realized that I had forgotten. Watch what's gonna happen. We're gonna have like another terrible fight right before the general. Decide that we can't fight him, and
A general and his loyal.
and we'll find ourselves in a situation where we don't have the we don't have a trophy going into the final region. That would be a new one.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
I just hate this fight because I rely so much on fast damage dealers. Like that's the frustration, is I can never get a shot off with my first mover. I was gonna say we don't have the block debuff yet, but now we will. Nope, we resisted it. Okay. So that's good because we're gonna need to put some healing in for sure. Without those, we'd be in a bit of a dangerous position. Snappy Swig. Have you heard of it?
Malaise.
Okay, that's something.
Measured and steady.
I'm nervous about the hits we're about to take. That crit was unpleasant. We're gonna be on Death's Door. Oh no! Oh, we resisted the taunt there. That's interesting. I think we have to let other people take the hits so that we can get a bit of stress healing in. Have I mentioned how much I hate the defensive formation? Because I really do dislike it very much. That was a risky move, choosing not to do the heal there and going for Magnesium Rain. I don't think I would do that again in hindsight. I guess since we didn't have Taunt up, it's scary without being quite as scary. These guys really need to hit for 22. Is that a thing that needs to happen? Hey, Treasure Hunter, welcome. Okay, you are dead. So let's do that. Great, double strength tokens. Thanks, game. I mean, everyone is dead here. Like, we get one more bolster, I guess, on the way out the door. Did I miss you the first time, Treasure Hunter? Have you been lurking? You're still alive, which means I've done my part. Oh, this is an unpleasant fight too. Always, always. such a terrible hit there.
Steady yourself.
So much freaking stress. Game. Chill out a tiny bit here, for the love of all that is holy. Give me a moment of respite. Holy shnikes. We need a crit or a strength here, I think, to try and get rid of this guy. Thank goodness. Just endless stress. Okay, you're dead now. We're gonna take another 2 AoE hit here. Flashing blade. Yep.
The slow suffering.
It's a huge bleed, as a side note, that comes along with that. Let's just slow you down for a second. This is gonna be a recovery turn. I love that he gets to do one more of those before he dies. That's my favorite. You're definitely dead. Yeah, definitely extremely dead. I don't want to put him on death's door quite yet. I want to get some recovery in first, ideally. Although with this guy doing AoEs, that's easier said than done.
Analysis is the natural prelude.
So you can do Flashing Blade from anywhere. So... trying to figure... there's no real way to protect you. We already have a block token here. So I think we do just bolster here. And... yeah, just take the big hit there. I can't... are you serious? What are you, 1 hit point above? Yeah, this is the second region already. I hate what's going on right now. I don't want to waste the conviction, because I think we may need another big heal. I'm gonna be doing a heal here with Battlefield Medicine, so I guess that's the right decision. And guard is really annoying. Don't love you taking this hit. Are we going for the burn down right now? We might be as good as we're gonna get. Oh, I messed up because we didn't have follow-up. So now this guy's gonna be doing big numbers, unfortunately, unless we get lucky with this hit or the dot. Better than taking a hit from him. Reverberating Redoubt and Armory Key is insane. I don't know if I prefer Stone Mount or Armory Key. Probably Stone Mount, because I can put Armory Key on one of my other heroes. Well, we're definitely fighting the fight.
He has retreated.
We're gonna have a stress problem, because Unsettling Whispers with Breacher just means we're gonna get like... oh, come on. Not the start you want. I do like that we get to consecration here, so we get one more value out of it. Okay, that's nice.
A breakthrough.
I'm going to try and fight the meltdown. I think it's probably doomed, but... Okay, that's good people for creeping growth to be on. Gonna use one linseed. I'm gonna push back the growth once. These are big numbers we're putting out for sure. Okay, I don't mind that at all. Our last player being the one who's in jeopardy is kind of like best case scenario. Yeah, the plague doctor is a surgeon still.
Awash in turmoil.
I don't mind that actually, if I'm being honest. Yeah, definitely surgeon numbers. Okay, that growth. I think you don't have any pushback, do you? Because I didn't put bolster on you. All right, we're gonna have to. Do we take the Walking Dead or do we risk it? I think either way, when we have this as an opportunity, we go for the big numbers. What do you have? You have pyrotechnic dazzlers, but you're also gonna have a big attack. Ugh. So if I do 2 here, if Rusty had Bellow, this would be a very different situation. That was an error. So given that we're in this situation, we have to fully push back. So I think we need 3 pushbacks. So I'm going to do this because I want to get the crit here so that we're more likely to land the Blight. Still didn't land the Blight. It's not the people I want to be taking it, but it is what it is. I'm going to do that, which means we're taking the Walking Dead, and then I hit you with that.
Malaise. Measured.
All right.
Steady.
So that should fully... Wait, that didn't... That's weird. That didn't fully push back the growth. What did I miss? Bolster's huge right now. Do we think we have enough? Yeah, we have time now, I think. So let's get the big bolster going. That's fine. We have lots of answers for that. 22 versus 19. We do that. Terrible hit. That's going to free up our man-at-arms. We should only take a Unsettling Whispers at worst. Okay. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible haul, but it's definitely not a... Well, I mean, it's about as good as it gets, actually, if I'm being honest. So, Stone Mount... So we put that there. Stone Mount Reverberating Redoubt is insane. Then... This is technically armor. Wait, is it? Yeah. Spike Skullcap is armor, so we get a 20% HP increase out of this. But we don't have a weapon. Oh, this is a weapon. So we'd rather have the damage, I think. 41 HP is enough. Then we can put this here. I think Drone Pipe gets thrown away. Clotting Cur, this. Rusty's plenty slow enough, right? Rusty's speed 0. Yeah. Okay, I don't think we're going Protectorate. Don't think we're going Adrenalizing Ash. We got food. We have too much ablative powder, probably. We don't need the linseed oil anymore, so we can get rid of that. Okay. Not on the screen. I do see it showing up. I see little hearts fluttering. Is that you, Treasure Hunter? I see them in the corner of my eye because I have the official YouTube chat open also, but I have not. I don't know that there is an API to get that information. I might be able to harvest it since I am watching the web page. That could be interesting. Okay, anything we want to switch? I think I should have Highway Robbery even if it's unupgraded. I don't think I need Bellow for this fight. I was unaware as well, Treasure Hunter. That news to me. All right, so our first time dealing with the flesh warps here. I mean, not actually, but it's about to get a lot harder to hit this sucker. So let's hope that we can get some work done.
A slow dissection.
Sad.
An unavoidable end.
I love the fact that it immediately regen the Deacon. That is my favorite. Weight of the Worlds is okay. It's some stress, but what are you gonna do? I'll save Bolster for next time just so we can get that going. Amazing. Get wrecked by a crit firebomb. Pyro isn't the worst thing in the world. Hilarity ensues.
The mind's grasp grows tenuous.
The mind's grasp grows tenuous. Any day now, Reverb. You can show me the goodness in the world. Now I don't want to push her back. So I think in the interest of not changing up what I see as a positive positive setup, we'll do that. Nice hit. 0% Death Storm means we don't have to worry about that one, so I guess we can start zapping you. That was a weak sauce hit. I guess, yes. The Warping Flesh is messing with us here. Okay. Your only attack that does no stress is my favorite attack. Let's see. Might as well put that up. And then again, I don't really want to push you back, because that hamstrings our Surgeon's capacity to do things. So I'll just bolster again. Snappy Swig decides to join the party. How you doing? How you doing? All right. Solid Deacon fight.
Problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Reverberating Redoubt even decided to cooperate. I don't think Idle Thought is it. I'll take it for the moment, but it's not not exactly what we're looking for.
Loathing whispers.
Loathing is still whispering. Our ride is in quite the state of disrepair. I would not say it's functional. It's taken some serious holidays during this run, Treasure, but surprise emoji spam. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Maybe I need to find a way to incorporate that.
Come here in summers of years gone.
Hemophiliac on Rusty stinks, and blundering on Apotamus also stinks. Okay, we need a hospital quite desperately. 5 mastery is not terrible.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn.
I mean, what about second sluice? Or what about second librarian? When in doubt, I guess that's what we're doing.
Remind us of a time before the end.
All right, at least we have money. Cursed coin. So if I took cursed coin, I think if I took cursed coin, I would move Snappy Swig to Apotamus, because I would be aimed shotting so frequently. I don't know that that's worth the price of admission. Yeah, stress is looking okay. I think I'm going to buy the Songbook of Touching Dirges and the Roast Pig. And the Healing Salve. I could pick up the Corrupting Cleaver just so that we can play grenade. I feel like we've been play grenading a lot more than I would generally like to. But that would be a huge melee damage down. Oh yeah, we also these trinkets are basically free.
It is to carry you where you must go.
That is road gear, so that makes us more resilient.
Repaired and refurbished. Ready for the leagues ahead.
But yeah, at cost 1, what do I want to do? Let's take a look at our relationships first, though. Who are the worst of the worst? All right, so Rusty and Lola need a little bit of love. Apotamus is just like the ultimate red shirt in this situation. All right, so let's do... We're on the iBoss MRA. So I am currently referring to the iBoss as a vision test. Big money, no whammies. Come on. All right, huge. I think that means we're now safe. Yep. I think, yeah, we have crossed the border into safeness. So I don't think we need to spend any more on building relationships. And then 5 mastery is not a bad haul. I think we are going back to the sprawl. We have food, so I might as well... Might as well dole it out. Trying to save some money because I think we need a hospital quite desperately. Judgment already hits pretty hard. I think we're using Fortitude fairly frequently. Divine Grace becomes a pretty big heal and its threshold goes down, which I think is good. We don't really care about the upgrade here, except that it removes combo. We will eventually want strategic withdrawal. Kind of tempted by highway robbery as an upgrade, honestly. And then we're using judgment fairly frequently, so I'll grab that. Okay. I don't know that those were exactly optimal. And then road gear. Neither of these are that interesting. So this is all free. So do we want any of these trinkets at all? Like what is Lola rocking here? Lola's rocking some garbage. This is a decent combo for big numbers. This is an okay combo as well. I kind of like our trinkets quite a bit, but we can pick up a few, and worst case, we throw them away. I'll grab this. I'll grab the Corrupting Cleaver, just in case.
In such a little thing.
All right, we'll leave it at that in case we immediately have a Hoarder. Do I want a Stimulating Poultice? That might not be a terrible thing to pick up. Is there anything that we need for the boss? I mean, more Healing Salve is good. Stimulating Poultice is good. I'm picking up a lot of stuff like for the future, which is a little spicy. I think we'll call it there, though. I'm not seeing anything else that's like transformative from my perspective. There's nothing that'll really assist in the librarian fight, but I think we'll be okay there. Yeah, I don't see anything that taunts. We have yet to see a single noisemaker. This is no exception. We could grab the whetstone, but I think we're okay. I'm gonna use the restroom really quickly. I'll be back in just a minute, and then we'll get on with it. Okay, we need a hospital. We need a hoarder. We need a lot of things. I guess we're in good shape because Breacher is going to be great for making sure that we have taunt even without the monkey, now that I think about it. But yeah, let's... do we want to deal with that last bit of stress? Oh yeah, what's Rusty's speed? Rusty's speed needs to go down a bit. I don't... I'll buy one pipeweed to do that. And I'm going to do the pipeweed here in hopes that Lola goes first. We could also speed Lola up. I don't think the Stimulating Poultice is that important for next time, so we'll do that. That way we get Consecration of Light value here, but I think it's go time. All right, back to the sprawl we go.